setting for the song. Something's wrong with this. But I did want to tell you that, because your action or your string height is so high, that's the best I could do. I've adjusted the neck relief as low as I can get it, as flat as I can get the neck. It's playable, so now I'm not sure where the feedback is coming from. Well, that's actually not feedback, that's an electrical hum. I don't know where it's coming from. I can't find it. Yeah, there's something with there's something cutting out here some of the power. So I can't find where there is any place that needs shielding. It's probably the electronics under the pick guard. Probably somewhere in there. Yeah. Okay, hear that buzz in the middle frets here. That that means I need to bring the neck relief back a little bit, or create a slightly deeper concave bow in the neck. So I can do that with this truss rod adjustment. Truss rod adjustments are very small. And in fact, take hours to for the guitar to feel the effect of any adjustments to the truss rod. There we go. Okay. I'm going to move it a very small amount. That's it. And the guitar will not feel the full effects of that adjustment until tomorrow sometime, believe it or not, because wood is wood, and wood is sensitive to temperature and pressure, and physical pressure. Sorry, I didn't tune for that. Now I'm having difficulty because I need to use so much pressure to push down on the frets because the action is so high still. What it looks like right now is this. It actually needs to sit about half that distance. Maybe, well, maybe not quite so much. Say a third or 2/3 of that distance lower. It's hard to show you here on the phone, but the string should be slightly lower than it is even, okay? When the guitar's at rest. When there's no pressure on the strings. So, I just wanted to point that out. There's no way to correct that on this guitar. It's just inherent in its build. The bridge as well is, I'm afraid it's pretty poorly designed. I can't set the intonation on these two strings perfectly because I can't move these two saddles more forward than they are now. Otherwise they hit that set screw in the tremolo. Everything else, I mean, it is playable. It's playable to a degree. The problem with guitars like this is that people get them and they get used to them. And they actually learn some really bad habits to compensate for the inadequacies of their instrument. And that I wouldn't want to see happen to you or anybody. So any finger tapping exercises can be done, But this guitar, the action is so high, it slows me down, and I'm compensating for that by using more, finger strength and speed. But it's good enough to get going. But if I were you, I would get a guitar that is in the $300 to $500 price range at least. Don't pay anything less than that, and there are good reasons for that. I promise you. You can find them online. Now, right here, I'm using a wireless system, so I don't have to worry about any cables. I've been using that for the last two and a half years, I guess. Boy, I don't miss cables for a second. So what else? The tuning machines are okay. I tightened these up a little bit to take some of the slack out of them. You don't need that slack. And also, I removed one of the springs. Of course, you still have it. You can put it back in if you want to. But the springs really are just to keep the tremolo balanced. If you take the arm off, you can put the other spring back in just to keep it stable, but it really doesn't matter. If you want to use the tremolo, you don't need 3 springs. That makes it really difficult to push. 2 springs are fine. And I actually rewired this connection here because it was connected to one of the teeth on what this is called the claw. It was connected here. You can see the solder point. And it was running through it was running through this spring. Or was it last spring? No, sorry, that's a bad joke. It was running through this spring. And that's just crazy because springs bend and wires shouldn't be in bendy springs rather. So anyway, I soldered it to the little point here that is supposed to be soldered to. That's what that little nipple kind of thing is for there. It juts out so you can slide the wire under it and solder it in. So that's what I did, and I shortened the wire because the longer the wire in an electrical connection, the more problems you can have with radio frequency interference, which is what's happening now with this. I don't understand why I haven't looked at the electronics inside. I don't want to. I'm just didn't want to go that far. That's all. But if you would like me to do that, I can do that. Just bring it back to your grandmother, and I'll pick it up. If you'd like me to try to figure that out. Actually, I'm going to cut this out because that's the one thing I did not check. Good sound. Good pickups.